my situation. I am incredibly active, always have been. The people who write nasty comments to me and go in my voicemail are fat, on drugs, having sex with people for shelter or food, which is what they want me to do, and they say that I'm acting entitled if I'm unwilling to have sex with someone for shelter. I'm smart, bitch. I know how to make money. Why are you standing in my way? Let me just reiterate that. And this is now going into year 4 of this. I have always had my own space, my own apartment, my own life. I gave birth to 3 children when I was 19, 21, and 24. Or 25, I'm sorry. My youngest is 10 and my oldest is 17. And then her brother is 15. So my middle is 15, my oldest is 17, and my youngest is 10. And I'm about to have a baby right now. I am in perfect health. I don't know what to make of this. And I have no factors for any sort of abnormalities in my blood work. I have nothing wrong with me genetically. And my mind is strong, so I'm confused as to what to do from here. I'm 29 weeks pregnant, and it's like tedious trying to enjoy this pregnancy. Every single day is harassment, with 1 or 2 days in between of calm. It's literally an exact replica of what they've done in 2019-20 time. When 2020, I was contacting the parole department for the state of Illinois with regards to the person I was in a marriage, a commitment with, Dylan Smith. I had done Love After Lockup with him. It's a reality show. It was an awful idea, a terrible idea. But he was having severe drug issues, was beating me, and I was scared. And I reported all of it to law enforcement, as well as the district attorney's office, as well as the state of Illinois, as well as parole. I told them he was using my aunt's and other family members' addresses for nefarious purposes, and my aunt was very scared because she needed her address. She ended up dying of emphysema a few months later. Rest in peace, Aunt Diane. But I've experienced tremendous loss since all of this began. Not just Aunt Diane, Aunt Stacy had a heart attack. Several people in my family became ill. My Aunt Janet passed away, rest in peace. Aunt Diane passed away, rest in peace. My Uncle John passed away, rest in peace. Just very scary and sad situations, I give my dad credit for being able to put up with what's going on. His father, his brother, my father's brother, Jeffy, was also murdered when my father was in his first week of, whatever happens after you complete basic training. It's just scary. It's scary that we live in a space where things like this can take place and that they can continue to go unnoticed. It's December of 2023. I've been filing continual police reports and being fucked with. Like, they push over my phone right now. They wet our stuff. They hurt us. And it's never been like this before. I don't want to be a part of this kind of life. I've said it numerous times. This is not the life for me. It's getting to a point now where it's like nothing makes sense at all. St. Joseph's is fake. Northwestern is fake. I walk in there with lab orders provided to me from Dr. Jenkins, handwritten lab orders on the order form, the carbon copy. I bring it, I hand it to them. They say, we can't draw these labs. These are not valid orders. She has to send a different order. I call her from there, sit there for 2 to 4 hours waiting for the order. And I understand how Epic works. and she's a St. Mary's provider. So, okay, fine, I'll go do it at St. Joseph's. I'm downtown. I'm not going to walk to Humboldt Park. The only reason I established care in that area in the first place is because it was on the way to see my big kids and Alexis. I was going to drop off food and groceries to them, and we walk. So I walked by that hospital. I found a doctor, and I made sure I was okay. I need to have these labs drawn. Their second trimester complete panel. And then coming up will be a labor and delivery complete panel, which the significance of the second blood draw, the second trimester workup, I really don't care about. I don't care about all that diabetes, drink this sugary drink, and then come in and let's draw blood. My baby is fine. He moves. Fetal movement is good. Fundal height is perfect and right on target for how many weeks I am. For those of you who don't know, fundal height is the measurement of the bottom of your uterus from the top of your uterus. And it grows about approximately 1 centimeter each week of your pregnancy. Most pregnancies are full term from 36 to 40 weeks with a due date at approximately 40 weeks. Pinpointing an exact day, unless you know the exact day that you ovulate, is difficult, but possible. So you measure from the bottom of your uterus up to the top, which is a little above my belly button at this point, 29 centimeters. There are days when I feel my uterus it has grown taller, significantly taller. And there are photos, I'll post them up so you guys can see them, of baby positioned like this, like on more of an angle, and then baby positioned more like this on more of this angle. And on the days, I know it sounds ridiculous, but on the days he's positioned like this, I swear to God to you, it feels like I have the biggest butt ever. All my organs and pressure and blood and fluids are like pushing to the back of me. And the front of my belly looks like I'm about 4 months pregnant. Then on the days that he's like in front, and on the days that he's like leaning, towards the front of my body, number one, I trip a lot now. So I have to be so careful when I'm walking down the street and he's moving, my balance is thrown off. It's happened like, not fall, but like I start feeling very dizzy, So I just have to be careful. So the point is, I need to get this blood work done at the nearest location to where we are. And they're not allowing me to do so. I have 8 requests for assistance from the city of Chicago that have all been closed, including 1 formal complaint. And I've posted you guys files of all of proof of screenshots of all of those. Screenshots and case numbers. This is oppression. This is abuse. No, I will not have sex with you, for a place to live. I can, work any job that I want. My laptop was stolen from outside of Xavier's father's house, as well as my other bin, my first bin. Still, police have done no follow-up about it. I'm pretty sure they have it. And no one has replaced anything. When I call about Marcy's Law to the state of Illinois and say, you guys said that I was going to receive victim services for the bludgeoning, for the rape, for being thrown out of my house, etc. and so forth, they just act dumb and mistreat me and disrespect me, just like you'll hear today. Because today we're going to do all the calls to all the offices, as I've been doing for the last week, and getting the same responses. You guys are going to be appalled. The things they say to me are so dumb. These people have no knowledge. They're ignorant. It's like I feel like I'm playing Barbies with some kids, some 5-year-old kids, and they're using me as like one of their dolls. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. But anyways, the significance of that blood draw, the significance of that blood draw at in the 3rd trimester or 2nd trimester is so that you can get a genetic profile on yourself, which is a series of things that, should there be an emergency at delivery, this panel and this profile will allow them to be prepared for that, i.e., what type of blood do you have? Do they need an extra, just in case you need a transfusion? So these are the types of things that I'm concerned about. I'm not planning for there to be an emergency, but I want to be responsible, because if it's just me, I can miss doctor's appointments, which I don't. I see my doctor monthly, and I update him on what's going on with me, not just for my own, well-being, but also because I think there are patterns in the things that have been happening to me that could apply to other people. And I want to have legal documentation of that. And the only legal documentation is a notary or a medical record, also a police report. So having those medical records is very important to me. The last 2 months ago, when we were walking out to see the kids, I stopped at St. Joseph's. I established care with a doctor there. I had already been seeing doctors out here, plus I have my primary care physician by Central and Belmont. And I walked all the way out there, and I saw that doctor. Actually, I think we saw him at the other location, didn't we? Remember when we were staying at that Airbnb called Michael's Place right after the twins passed away?
I get mixed up with that one and the Uptown one.
No. Michael's was the one by Higgins. Remember, there was like a Dunkin', and that's where that Subway was trying to charge that poor immigrant boy like $50 for the sub, remember?
I vaguely remember that.
And I was like, I don't think
you heard that wrong.
Well, whatever. It's that location. So Xavier and I also lost twins last year, February 26th of 2022, 18 weeks of pregnancy. I went into preterm labor, and both babies passed away. I was treated at Swedish Covenant for that. Then we got an Airbnb at this place called Michael's Place. I had Airbnb. I've been using Airbnb for about 6 years now. Never once done anything nefarious in an Airbnb. Never once booked an Airbnb with fraud. I don't do drugs. I don't, all the things that these people say. Anyways, I just want to make sure that everything is okay for this baby. I see my own doctor every month when I need prescription refills or just to check status. Why wouldn't I go and have this blood work drawn? Like I said, I'm not worried about my fundal height. I know my fundal height. I know my blood pressure. Thank you. Thank you. I've worked in doctor's offices for 15 years. I'm trained to take blood. I'm trained to do vital signs. There was a time in my career when I was the only one who could take blood. No one else could get my vein. I was doing injections. I was not doing cortisol or steroidal injections. The nurse, Terry, was doing those. But I was doing other injections, and I was doing glucometer use instruction, and I was doing, a steroid injection would be like a Kenalog, for like an arthritis patient. The point is, you guys, I know what is needed. I'm a mom of 3, a mother of 3, and soon to be 4. I've done, this is not my first day, at the circus, so I know what is real and what is not. I know what is clinically indicated and what is not. Whoever keeps on assigning this group of low achievers to manage my life, please stop, because I have a 10-year-old. If I wanted her to be in charge of everything, that would be the case. There are a reason that children have parents, So I don't know what the game playing is. It doesn't seem like a prank to me. These labs are, really important. Xavier, why are you doing that?
So I could exit the door.
Why?
You told me to go get
the fruit?
Yeah, the fruit cup.
Please.
Tremendous fruit cup.
Not a fruit cup, just sliced fruit, please. And a water. I'm so dehydrated. Or another one of those Gatorade things and a water. That one was really good yesterday.
Okay.
I just need no sodium today, all day. I need no salt. I'm retaining way too much water. But yeah, you guys, that's it. The labs that you're supposed to have drawn as a mama are labs that are imperative, or that I feel are critical, are the labs that will identify your blood type as well as any sort of exposed risk for anything urgent. Like, to me, it's not I did it with the other 3 kids. I did the genealogy testing to make sure the genetics and genealogy and the panels for increased risk of autism, Down syndrome, etc., and so forth. Everyone was good. So no one in my family has any of those factors or risk markers. So it's just Xavier's family that we're measuring for. But Xavier has nephews, don't you? 3 of them, or 2 of them?
3.
Xavier has 3 nephews, 4 nephews. So you have 4 nephews?
More than that on my brother's side. My brother Carlos.
Oh yeah, his brother's the district attorney, you guys. So like, can you understand what I'm going through right now with no explanation?
Works at the district.
Or works at the district attorney's office, whatever. He says he has more than his brother has how many?
3 kids.
3 sons?
No, a son and 2 daughters.
That's exactly what I have. So he's saying his brother has a son and 2 daughters, Carlos, who works at the district attorney. I have a son and 2 daughters. And so I completely understand that. Xavier has another set of siblings who are the 2 sisters. And one of them is pregnant, supposedly. And the other one is, I think it's game playing because they found out I was pregnant. But she might be pregnant. Maybe someone got us both pregnant on the same day. Who knows? The other sister has 2 nephews as well, right? I mean, 2 sons as well, right?
3.
3. So one of his sisters has all boys. His brother has 2 girls and a boy, which is what I have. And none of them have any sort of Down syndrome or, I'm like, where am I going with this? None of them have any sort of Down syndrome or autism, right, babe?
No.
They're all healthy, and all my kids are healthy and productive and, active children. So I'm not really worried. If it was something like there was a strong family line for this or whatever, I would definitely look into it. But we don't have that in our family. So in either side. So I'm not really concerned about that. As I said before, if there were some sort of emergency with me, I had a late postpartum hemorrhage with Alexis. I retained placental tissue in my uterus. So I just need this reassurance that everything is going to be okay when I deliver this baby, not just for myself, but for my child. I can't go dying at childbirth with a newborn to take care of, So that's where I'm at with it. I need you to, that can't be like that with that thing like that. Can you turn it around the other way?
I'll just put it in my corner.
You can leave it there, but can you just turn it around the other way?
Yeah.
Thank you. So this entire week, and this is like the 5th or 6th time, you guys, I've gone to Northwestern, St. Joe's, First Community. What was the other hospital group that we went to? And St. Mary's. So I really don't know, how do you make sense of that? You know what I mean? How do you make sense of that? I just don't know. So sleepy. It's been miserable, you guys, out here when it rains. Oh my God, it has been absolutely awful. Everything gets so filthy, and then I'm like dealing with this version of Xavier. For any of you who are familiar with Xavier from my social medias, you'll know that he is very creative, artistically inclined. He pays a lot of attention to me and caters to me. He believes that that's what you're supposed to do when your wife is pregnant, and just when you're with a woman and have children with a woman. Obviously, if we were not together, I wouldn't be expecting him to take care of me, but we are together, right? So I am expecting that. And so is his, unborn child. And anytime you start to co-parent with someone who's not your biological child, father, so Xavier's not the father Xavier's not the biological father to my children. He doesn't even have a relationship with my older children. But he will have to, right? If he's going to raise this baby with me, he's going to have to accept my older children as the brother and sisters to his son. And that is an important relationship. To me, it's almost more important than the relationship of the mother or father, in the sense that that degree of separation will allow him, if he does it correctly, access to almost a friendship with my children. Things that they don't feel safe or comfortable coming to me about for whatever reason, they will have someone to speak with, another adult, another rational, intelligent, capable, and caring adult to speak with. And that's from now until forever, and you can never have too many of those. As I always say, children deserve that. They deserve all the support and love that they can get. I would like to go to Walgreens with you, please. Babe, please. I'm hungry and I'm thirsty and I need to brush my teeth, and every day I'm asking you the same thing.
Big ass water like the alcohol and water.
Babe, no, I don't want that. I want to go with.
Just and then we'll go to a room over here. We're all locked in. Fuck up and water. How long it takes me to just lock the fucking shit up.
And scrambled eggs. Ketchup. So anyways, they're not allowing me to go have this blood work done. When I say they, I mean the hospital. Whoever is intercepting my phone calls, whoever is tech boxing my phone in and preventing communication with my medical, staff. I have an entire care team that I've had for 10 years. I chose them. I know them. I trust them. I have seen them in person nearly every month for 10 years. Do you understand that? And that's true for 85% of months. The only reason I haven't gone is because I don't go to regular checkups with my primary when I'm pregnant. I only do it when I'm not pregnant. When I'm pregnant, I go to checkups with the OB. So I do email him, and I have seen him and the other lady that I see there. There's 10 doctors there, so I've been seeing all of them. But I just need, to know that everything is ready when I go into labor. We met a realtor. She walked into Starbucks and introduced herself and said that she follows my page and has been following since the One Heather GEE account, along with a good friend of hers who is a Chicago police officer, and that in communication with her, the police feel as though there is not enough being done by parties other than themselves, that there's only so much they can do. If I'm being thrown outdoors in the street or sexually assaulted, and the state of Illinois is choosing not to pursue those cases, the bludgeoning, the stabbing, not to offer victim services on those cases, all of that, then what can they do? And that's why I'm telling you guys, God, why does my forehead look so tall? Doesn't my forehead look tall? That's why I'm telling you guys, I'm scared and I don't like this. And I miss my big kids so much. Oh. I'm not supposed to be out here away from them. You don't understand. So I'm just trying to do the right things all the time. And be with my children. Xavier's dad said that he would get us an apartment. He gave Xavier a budget, but he's also done that 2 other times since I met Xavier, so I never know what's going on with that. I ask for sponsors here only because the city's 311 department has been a joke, you know, a complete and total joke. I've tried everything for my anxiety. I've tried medical marijuana, CBD. No medication at all.